Well, here we are at the end of our Combiner Wars videos. And yeah, I mean, I might do another one if I get Leo Kaiser, but I don't know how, I don't know when that will happen or if it will happen. Don't have to figure. I might get Unite Warriors Urination, but again, that might happen, might not. So yeah. No, I'm not getting Skyrain as uh, any of those figures. I might get the Sky Links just so I can do a little rant review on that figure. But yeah, other than that, let's get started. We got the Constructicons. It's a Titan size. Not really, it's like shorter than Fort Max and Metroplex. That includes the new versions and well, no, because the original G1 Fort Max is actually shorter than them combined into Devastator. But the Thrilling 30, Fall of Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron Metroplex, I didn't mean Fort Max, was taller than them in combined mode because it's the same mold that they use for Fort Max, that they would use for Fort Max later in Titan Returns. And yeah. And these guys are, it's taller than the Energon Omega Supreme, if you guys are wondering. And I'm trying to figure out what figure would, there's really no figure that's in their size, as everything's either smaller than them or bigger than them. So yeah. They're all Voyager class size, even long haul back over there. So I'm going to take them all off and start with the ones I like the best. Move him aside. Move you. And we'll start with Scavenger. I almost said Scrapper. Alright. So Scrapper he looks like the G1 models just jumped right out of, it looks like the G1 character jumped right out of the cartoon. Right here. You get almost 90-degree bend. Almost. My joints and mines are a bit loose for whatever odd reason. It was kind of like that when I got him. The looseness may vary between, copy to copy. His head rotates. You can kind of look down pretty well. Elbows 90 degrees. 90-degree rotation right there. That can open, but that's transformation. And yeah. Yeah, you can see how loose mine is. Just by that. But he's one of my favorites, actually, overall. I love me a good G1 Scavenger. And, yeah. These figures almost feel like they could fit in with the Masterpiece figures. But, as far as aesthetically, it's really weird. Because some people said they should have been deluxes, which I agree. It would have been kind of cool seeing them as deluxes instead of this Voyager size. But you know what? I don't care that much that they did them as a Voyager scale. I'm just happy we got them in G1 styling the proper way. So yeah. Put him down and we'll go over Bone Crusher, which is actually where we had to start having our first issues. So both him and Scavenger have feet like this. I'll bring out Scavenger back out. I think their legs are like exactly the same, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Okay, so their legs are almost the same, pretty much. No, actually they're not. They're designed similarly, but the molding on them is actually quite a bit different. But the engineering for both the legs work very similar. Alright. So yeah, the legs are held by this piece, which can pop out really easily, but on mine it's staying stiff for whatever odd reason. Okay, there we go. You just gotta keep them real well. 90 degrees. 90-degree bend on his knee. No waist. Well, you can kind of turn this part right here. Hold on. Like that. And it's okay. You can't really get waist articulation at all. Well, you kind of can, kind of can't. The bottom, that part's always snapping. This can go like that, go like that. Head 360. You can kind of look up. You can look down. Side to side. Such and such. Biggest complaint is that piece right there. And oh, I forgot to show you guys when we were going over Scrapper, since these are new molds. It's focusing on him. There we go. Nice head sculpt. And let's bring in him. Really nice head sculpt. Very G1 accurate. Love it. Gonna punch you in the face. Next we get Scrapper. Which, again, I do have some complaints about him. Now his head can't really look up at all. It could look down, side to side, 360 degrees. His wrist does swivel. Scrapper does not know what an elbow is. They could have easily put an elbow in there. Takara did it. Third-party groups did it. I don't know why the hell Hasbro didn't do it. You get 90 degrees in knee articulation. No waist. His waist does turn, but that's... You don't even really use that in transformation at all. It is... You could use that in combined mode to get his legs in certain poses. But, yeah. So, his head articulation. Yeah. Again, like all the other figures, looks like they jumped straight out of the cartoon into toy. And damn, looks so good. Paint applications are great. And now we're going to one of the ones I don't like nearly as much, but he isn't the one I like the least. We got Hook, which there's Hook's feet, and I forgot to show Scrapper's feet. Actually, they have like feet, instead of like the treads being the feet. But I really don't care whether the treads are feet or not. Really doesn't matter. So, Hook, it's more like 45 for him. If he didn't have the crane, he'd probably be back heavy, but because of the crane, it helps him with posability. Again, that turns actually for combined mode. 360 degrees. You can look up, you can look down. There's more than 90 there. Kind of looks weird, but you know, whatever. You can do the splits. The others can't really do. Well, yeah, actually, no, yeah. I'm like checking out some of the other guys. Yeah, all the others can do the splits pretty much. Yeah. So far, anyways. Oh no, my dear. Okay. Again, like I was saying earlier, it looks like he jumped straight out of the cartoon. I don't know if I showed you Scrapper, so here's Scrapper's close up. Really nice. Nice. Now we got Mix Master, which I'll show you guys straight up. They took a little bit of liberties with them, but I like what they did. They kind of made it look like a Decepticon symbol. Looks really nice. Now let's go here. And I actually like him less than I do Long Haul, so this is my least favorite figure. He has 90 degree, almost 90 degrees of articulation. He can get about over 90 on his elbow. Just swivel. His head can't look up. It can, but barely. And it can barely look down. You can get a 360. I don't know. He just looks like the worst looking figure. His arms look super hollow. His legs do look pretty solid though. But they're like super big compared to his arms. And then, yeah, he was that.
I think you could have learned a thing or two from the movies, guys, with that engineering. So we'll push him aside. Get Mr. McFatty over here. Long haul. He is quite literally the fattest Transformer toy I have that isn't a preschool toy. Well, you know, like the play school or whatever. When they took over doing GoBots, I have like, I think it was called My First Transformer Rescue Warrior, which I had when I was a kid, and I actually still have that figure. He's pretty big. Or he looks something that jumped out of G2, because there's some G2 guys who are pretty fat like he was. It's chunky. Now, I do have these filler pieces in. I got them from a third-party set, the DNA Design Devastator set, which you will see later when using combined mode. But as is, this just... yeah. So, let's go to articulation. 90 degrees at the knee. Hold on. I know I can get it. There we go. Really tight ratchets. Ratchet points. You can do the splits. It's difficult, but you can do. His arms do go like that. His arm goes inward and outward, so he doesn't have an elbow bend, which the car one again fixes, but he doesn't do it. And I don't know why, but I'm just glad he's not like one person carrying a sword or something. He's not like the Age of Extinction Dinobots where like he has to like have it, because technically he can actually bend the arms to get like, you know, certain poses with the guns. So it's not nearly as bad as Age of Extinction Dinobots, but it still is an issue. And yeah, let's check out his head. Very G1. Love it. He's the one that probably takes the most liberties, as he's a hell of a lot bigger than his G1 counterparts. Like, damn, he's huge. So in this part of the review, we're actually just going to cover the robot modes and their vehicle modes. As part 2, we'll be covering the rest of the figure. Them combined together in Devastator. So, you know what? I actually don't remember how to transform them, so I'll do them last. Let's get Mixmaster over here, which will actually be another part of him that we actually do need. It's this. Now, you'll see why. In just a second. So, let's flip these over. Boom. Boom. Plug that into the back. Flip that like that. Boom. Alright. Get these. Boom. There you go. Here's the regular mode. So this is supposed to be the front, and this is supposed to be the back, and this was unpainted right here. I painted that. It just looks so stupid, because this is literally just all gray back here. Literally the stupidest thing ever. I'm like, that's not a front of a fucking cement truck. That is not. Does not look like one. That barely looks like one. Like it's kind of chewing it, but then it's like, eh. So, what came with the DNA design kit was this back piece right here, which I'll show you guys. Just gotta get this thing a bit more secured. Yeah, unfortunately, due to mine, there's the pieces on these sides. You have to be super careful, otherwise you're gonna break them, and then you're just gonna have loads of issues. So, okay. In vehicle mode is very, very easy. You just kind of slide it on, and you hear that snapping. And now what you do is you bring that out. Boom. You got him in vehicle mode. And that now looks like a freaking cement truck. Looks great now. A lot better. You're like, yes, this is a cement truck. It is. This is Mixmaster. This is Mixmaster. So, now with him out of the way. Jeez, okay. We got Scavenger here. So, first step, close those feet. Push that in. Push that in. Boom. Alright. Trying to... Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I forgot one. Crucial step. I'm taking that, because forget if... Hold on, I might try and transform this thing. Yeah, no shit, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so fold his head back in here, like you're going to do for hand mode later. I think you just leave that... You know what, yeah, I think we actually just leave that right there. I think, don't quote me. Don't quote me. Let me... Wait a minute. Does that not go? Because that's... Okay, yeah, so that won't go back how it was. So, let's see if we can... Okay. I'm trying to figure this part out right here because it's not wanting to tab in anywhere. Okay, there we go. We got that tab there. So you tap, there's these tabs on the side, you tab into the legs, and it's supposed to tab in, anyways. Great. This is great when you don't know how to transform the damn... You do know, but it's not wanting to go. And you're having pieces pop off and they're not wanting to go back in. Damn it. There we go. Okay, we got it. We got it. So yeah, you have to have that in this particular position so the knees can act as wheels. You heard that popping sound, that it snapped in. You hook these to this. This piece doesn't move other than you move his head in there. And boom, there you go. You got the scavenger. He can do all of his scooping business he needs to do. I should probably move this. If you're wondering what this is for, you hook up the headphones into here and then you plug this into an amp. You know what? I'm gonna go with Bone Crusher here. And let's begin with the feet. Do the same thing as you do with Scrapper over here. Not Scrapper, Scavenger. I'm terrible. I'm probably gonna have a field day in the comments. Nah, just kidding. Knowing you guys, I'm probably just gonna get some discussions about, oh yeah, this Devastator might be better than the other one. Yeah. Oh, this figure's good. You know, that shenanigans. I don't really get those comments that are like, you fucked up. You know, like the angry commenters or whatever. I get the really chill ones, which I appreciate it, guys. It makes my day much better knowing my commenters aren't stupid. They're reasonable people, so thank you for being reasonable. And actually pretty great too, because I've had some pretty great conversations in the comment section. So thanks for being just really good people. Alright. So, we got him in his vehicle mode. It's a lot of just hinging. Or, okay, hold on. Let me de-transform him real quick. Because I don't think I got all that on camera while I was talking. Because, you know, I get distracted. So, you just kind of fold it up like that. You see that piece? That hooks up right there. Then, the arms will be kind of like that, right? So, what you do is that. You do that. Boom. Got one done. I don't hook that up yet. So boom, 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 combine together. Make sure this is supposed to, okay, just hold on. Boom, snaps on like that. You make sure that goes like that. Bring that down. Boom. Tabs in, super similar to Scavenger. And this tabbing mechanism is also how the arms work when you get them into... Oh, and wrong tab I plugged into. Alright, there we go. So you just tab into that tab right there. Into that black tab back here. And you got him in his bulldozer mode, I believe. Yeah. I am not really good on construction vehicles. I know he's a crane. Yeah, he is a bulldozer. Cement truck. Long haul dump truck. And I am just assuming them two have the same purpose, but they go at different angles. Because I think these guys are supposed to like move the dirt, kind of just move it, pick it up and then move it somewhere. And I think these guys do the same thing as well. But again, they both get it from different angles and different amounts. Anyways, oh yeah, we'll show Scrapper here. Push head in. It's G1 transformation pretty much. Bring that down. Push these in. Boom. Boom. Okay, that's not going how I thought it was gonna go. There we go. So that goes right in there. You have to be really specific on where you push it, because if you get it the wrong section, it will not go. Make sure that tabs into a tab, that tab right there. Make sure you just fold the leg like that. Done. That's scrap. Super easy. Now we go to the hook. So hook, twist his head so you don't see it underneath. You pull this part, make sure that's right there. I forgot to change that. That's supposed to be like how it is right now. Flip his hands in. You gotta do that with almost everybody here. Except if you're Mixmaster. And long haul. Do that. Now his legs do something kind of similar to some of the other Combiner Wars figures, but a bit more of a hollow. It's a lot more hollow than most of those figures are. So you do that. Make sure you get it to go all the way, because I think there's still some revealed left over, which is kind of. My feet fall off quite quickly, so if that does happen to you, don't worry, you didn't break the toy. That happens often, and it's freaking annoying. Man. There's a lot of stuff that kind of pops off. I mean, it's nothing new to the Devastator. I put that on wrong. It's nothing new to Devastator, as G1 Devastator did that, so. Yeah, not on Hook particularly, but you know. Well, I have a KO Devastator, so yeah. Things are even more.
Have a tendency to pop off than a normal one.
I would say things probably pop off more in here than they do in a G1.
Is with the G1, it's mostly with like the limbs and stuff, as the figures themselves actually don't have stuff popping off. I mean, if they do, then yeah, it's either broken or it's just Scrapper, because Scrapper does have some stuff that does come off. All right, so you fold that back part like you just fold his head in, and then you go like that. And you push these guys so that you need to actually see. So okay, I could see there's a tab, but his arm does not want to go in that direction, which I find is odd. Yeah, his arm's kind of stuck in that position, so just gonna have to have him like that for whatever reason. I feel like this whole part's supposed to move, but it doesn't. Alright, so I'm assuming these just. You know what? Yeah, I actually think that goes back. And no, does it do what I think it? Hold on,
I'm just at quite a confusion point here. You know what? Yeah, that does retab. I was right. Son of a bitch. So yeah, you just kind of push that off and it kind of comes off like that. I was right! Okay, so now we got that out of the way. So these are the front tires. And, okay. Flip that back. You don't need to see his butt cheeks. Yeah, we don't need to see Devastator's butt cheeks right now. I think his arms... Did they go back? No, I think that actually tabs in like that. I think. No, because then those are too far back, and then now his legs look like they're upside down. This never makes any sense. As you can see, he's the one that transformed the least, so it's the one I'm, you know, yeah, I'm just the person who's just great. I am great. Okay, we got it. So, okay. Okay, I see how this goes. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'll explain what that does just a second. This is supposed to help, like, hold other weapons and stuff when he's in vehicle mode. I completely forgot about that. So, yeah, you push that back. That tabs in right there. You have... crap. So, hold on, let's... You have to get that. I'm trying to push this off. Okay, there we go. So, you just make sure that's kind of tabbed in like that. And then once you push that all down and in, those are tabbed in right there. Like that. You tab those in. You got it tabbed in. And there's your dump truck. Now his dump truck really doesn't work, so kind of sucks, but it's 6 fucking figures that combine into a giant ass robot. I think we could sacrifice some shit for this. So we could do a lineup shot. Oh, look freaking badass. Just as individual figures, not counting the fact that they combine. There are some pretty good figures, although they do feel like, yeah, they should be a deluxe class size instead of Voyager. They are overall pretty neat figures, and unfortunately, to get the full Mixed Master vibe, you have to get a third-party kit, which kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. And most of the third-party kits, I couldn't really justify getting. We are back. Now we're going over the accessories. So you got, you know, these can fit in the individual Constructicon's hands, but if you combine this together, this fit in Devastator's hand. I notice the missile pods look a bit longer. Why is that? Well, it has the regular arm and then the perfect, not perfect, what's it called? DNA design add-on part on here. I was thinking perfect effect because I just have it kind of on my brain at the moment. As I'm thinking about getting some of their stuff. Then you got these, which you could use as like a gun thingy, but I mean, who would do that? This kind of makes sense why you would use it as a gun centerpiece. And these really are just arm bits. They can go on to long haul right here. I don't know particularly where the hell they would go on here, as I have not tried to attempt that. Nor shall I try to attempt that. Just simply because I know how. Okay. So if you want to attach these to long haul, you see that tab right there. You just, boom. That's what that's for. Tap it in, boom, long haul gets 2 giant cannons. But these are the pieces his arms connect to, and yeah. So, let's actually start with building some of the accessories before we get to actually you know, making Devastator. Wanna do that. Wanna do that. Boom. And then you wanna boom, do that. Boom, do that. And that's not the final step. Once you put the arm actually in there, then you extend that out, and yeah, you got like an undercover, so you're not seeing like the robot bits underneath, which is pretty cool. But we won't do that until we get him fully transformed. Now you do the same thing as we did before. The fingers are fully pulsable. They can go in. They can kind of go out about to like right there. Each joint is pulsable. You can do, you know, yeah, and you can do, hold on, no, wrong finger. There we go. Everyone's favorite finger. I prefer just to have them open and kind of like, I'm gonna crush you. You notice this tab right here. Now, this is to keep the gun even more secure than the original figure, as he doesn't have exactly a death grip like the other figure since he has articulated fingers. And yes, the thumb is articulated. And you can move the hand outward like that. You can't move it inward. But yeah. So yeah, whoa, we got the hands and we got everything together. So now we'll start on combining. Now it's very simple. You just lift that up on him, right? And then you bring that down. Again, as I say, be super careful with those. Like, I mean, delicately careful. Otherwise, you're going to break them. Alright. Okay, so now you want to kind of split the legs. Yeah, you split the legs. Boom, there you go. You got one leg done, the right leg. And we get started with Scrapper, which is very similar to his Generation 1 counterpart. You just lift that right there, push the arms back in, boom, and just one more thing, you lift these up, you lift these up, and there we go. Now we're going in order, like, you know, kind of upwards. So yeah, we'll put these two guys back here. We'll get started with Long Haul. So now we're kind of almost like transforming him back into robot mode. Hold on, I have to get his legs out from there. So it's like going back into robot mode, but not exactly. As you lift these down, I think these just stay right there where they're at. Yeah, they do. And you extend these down. You open them up. Like that, like so, like that. Get that snapped back in. Okay, and then with the arms, you just we'll get to the arms later. I feel kind of lazy right now. That, and also, you really don't need to put them in position until like much later, but these arms will essentially be kind of... You just, essentially, the arms just kind of stay here like that. For this version anyways, as this is the other kit. So yeah, you just get kind of arms on the side. So now let's do some combining. There's these slots here where his leg combines into. And there's a part right here where it's supposed to slide in, so we'll slide that in. And I swear, doing these huge figures makes my arms hurt. So once you got it slid in, you just kind of push that in, tabs in, boom, you tab that in, boom, you got one leg, you do the same here. Do that, boom. And yeah, pretty freaking tall. Not done yet. So, move that back a bit. Move this more into frame. Now we'll begin with hook. So, I forget which arm we're supposed to move. I'm just going to move both of them. Just hold on, let's open that. We got this shindig. Okay, I figured out which arm I have to move. Come on, waist. Okay, it's you. You're supposed to unhinge, damn it. Alright. So this stays together. And there's supposed to be another pin, or like peg right here, but on mine it snapped because of how thin it was. So that's the thing to be wary of. Is exactly how thin those things can get. And yeah. That's a thing to worry about. So you got it kind of like this since you spin the waist. Now what you want to going to do is do the same thing for the body. And then there's these tabs right there. You tab those in. You make sure this part goes down like so. And yeah. Bring out the head. Boom. And so this is the DNA design head. His head lights up. And also you open that. You got the visor. Pretty cool. And now just for a quick little, because this thing actually has a couple of gimmicks that I will show off. Now, an easy way to get the face out, you push back the visor, put your finger right there, it comes out, and then he has, you know, his stoic face, which I'll show you guys. Your standard Devastator face. And then you got angry face, which you can put said angry face in here. There's a tab right here which tabs into his face right there. Just do that. Boom, you got that. Now you bring down his face, his visor. Boom, you got visor angry face. Well, if you want to, right, no visor angry face. And one other neat little gimmick is you can do a Devastator. So this thing has two little tab holes which are really thin. So again, be careful when plugging this set in. There you go. They got Devastator if you want to. It's pretty cool. I don't display them like that because, you know, I'm more of a G1 person. So you can have it like that. I like having that option. But, you know, OG Devastator is all like that. I like the angry face better. Alright. So, let's bring the figure here. So, pretty much what this has to do is this part is, there's like a tab right here where right there has to tab into, and then also that peg thing has to go into that smokestack right there. And then this part has a tab into right here, and the same thing on the other side. Just kind of vice versa. So let's start the combining. Alright, I'll try to get this on camera. Alright, got that in. Damn. Well, I'm just gonna put his head back in. Just to make it a bit easier, try to tab everything in. Alright, did I get that in? And then there's a tab on his chest that also supposed to tab into this other side here. Okay, I think we got everything tabbed in. Boom, so yeah, he's huge. Now, here's two things we're going to get tabbed first. I forgot to take that out and open this and take that out. That's important. Because now we're going to attach these pieces to the sides. Boom. Get the other one. Hold on, I just want to... Okay, so hold on, let me turn the camera. I just dropped it. I'm a genius. Alright. You attach these right here. And now you get the new arm, you attach the new shoulder pieces onto here. So now you attach this to his body as usual. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I got this aligned good enough. Hold on. Dear Lord. Alright. Alright, there we go. So now we could have his head out. Boom. We got Devastator. Pretty big. Now we're going to get to one of the more simpler parts of this figure. Assembling his arms. So who we're going to start with? We're going to start with Bone Crusher here. So, arm transformation is actually quite simple. So it goes like this now. You untab that. Boom. You're done. You're literally done. That's literally all you do. You make sure this part goes in here. There's a... Oh, yeah, you gotta flip his wrist to get the circular tab right here. Or circular hole. Has to go into this part right here. So you just kind of tab that in. And once you get that tabbed in, boom. And I'll put these on once I get the other arm transformed. Which now we're going on to... Hold on, let me push those back aside. We're going on to the scrapper. So, very simple. You just untab his arms. Crap, this wants to detach. There we go. And again, once again, we are pretty much done. Now don't tab in the legs yet, as we actually have to tab them into his new arms. So you do second verse, same as the first. And yeah, boom. Now yeah, that front piece will come off. That's just how the original Devastator was made. It's not the best secure thing, his gun. So now with his gun hand, I just have that one as the closed hand, you know. Says it's holding the gun. Alright, so now let's take a step back. And yeah, so now there's these tabs you have to tab in, which are on here, and also on his arm. So let's turn this to the side, plug that in, and hold on, I'm just trying to make sure these are tabbing in correctly. Alright, so we got that arm tabbed in. Well, sorry about that, guys. Apparently I didn't delete the video, so I had less space than I thought I did. But nonetheless, now I got space. So, yeah. Now, he's freaking huge. Like, he is Oh! Let me actually go get a combiner real quick from Combiner Wars. It's Computron. He's the taller one I have, so from the Combiner Wars line. Let's push Debbie back a bit. Look at how tall Devastator is compared to Computron. Pretty big. Now let's lower his gun arm here. And then let me bring out the Fencer. No, you know what, Bruticus, because Bruticus is cooler, you know. And also give a different color contrast since he's bright. So we can have a darker contrast. Because he's darker than him in colors wise. Because that green is brighter than any of the orange or yellow on there. And the Combaticons are just more military colors, which are generally more like a duller color. You can see how much smaller they are compared to him. Let's move them out of the way. And let's get a deluxe class figure. Not from Combiner Wars, as Combiner Wars Deluxes and Titan Returns Deluxes are technically the same size. We got Titan Returns Highbrow. Figure I've had for quite a while. You can see how tiny he is. He's a tiny, tiny guy. And I don't have any of the Titan Returns Scout class figures or Legends figures right now with me. But, hold on, let me see if I can find something. Ah! We got Beast Wars Rat Trap from one of our earlier reviews. You can see how tiny he is. And just to get even more of a scale of like how tiny these guys are, here's Brainstorm's Titan Master. You can see that's just how big he is. You can see he's monstrous. Alright. And last but not least, we get a leader class figure in there. And the leader class figure we're comparing, which is the one I've been comparing recently with anyways, is Titan Returns 6 Shots. So I'm just trying to get him straightened up as he's kind of all over the place. You can see how much he towers over everybody. And let's get into articulation. Let's go a bit closer up, as we'll cover some a bit more basic articulation. Okay. I find that this part never tabs in clearly with this, like, it'll just kind of go down, which I don't know why it does that. It's because this one tab doesn't really... Oh, I think that's actually because multiple tabs don't really... That's the problem with him, is you're never really too sure if his tabs are actually staying in. And it's kind of annoying, as he's got only like 30,000 tabs, you know, so yeah, it totally doesn't get annoying. And even still, after doing that, there we go, we got it now fully functional. So his head, it can turn side to side without any hindrance, and you can also actually get it up to look down, look side to side, thanks to a little like hinge in his neck. That's due to the DNA Designs kit. His arms, articulation, it can go inward like that. That's due to, again, DNA Design kit. Ah, crap, that popped out. You can hold it, have it like that, so you can get, like, you know, his arm more inward if you wanted to. His other side of his arm does the same. He has about like a almost 90-degree bend at his elbow. Hands are fully articulated, again, due to the DNA design kit. And he does have waist articulation. It can't go all the way, otherwise you're going to get a bunch of things start to untab. As I just did, so I got to re-tab everything. Again, as I was saying, one of the most annoyingest parts of this figure is the untabbing and stuff. He doesn't stay together as well as pretty much every other figure in the line, which is an unfortunate flaw, but yeah. Alright. We got everything back tabbed in. You can raise his leg up about there. You got like a 45-degree bend in his knee. And, dear. I just had a piece fall off. Remember how I was talking about those pieces that do fall off? Well, yeah, I just had one of them fall off, and yeah. Like near Mixmaster's, like cab area. If you guys remember me talking about that earlier. Yeah, he didn't technically get an extra articulation, but that's because that's where he tabs in. And his foot also turns, so you get some form of ankle tilt. Mixmaster, if you lower his hands down, you could technically get that with Mixmaster as well. But then that just looks kind of weird, and I think you just need to fold it, make it more like fuller looking. So yeah, so he has ankle tilt on both legs, and you can get him into poses, but again, due to his weight and also the untabbing of pieces, that happens only like every 4 seconds, and there's a piece untabbed again. Okay, sometimes it's actually easier to see where this got untabbed at. Boom, see, there we go. I got that tabbed in now. And he's a monstrous figure. But again, due to his weight, he is very prone to falling over. And prone to having stuff pop off. Because the tabs aren't as secure as I wish they were. But as is, let's talk about his design aesthetic. So let's scoot back the camera about up to here. And we'll talk about his general design. Very, very G1. Just, oh man. Compared to the original one, I feel like he has actual more defined shoulders. But they're not like too over bulky like some other kits, third-party kits for him. And I just love how they extended his forearms, because if they just kept the forearm, his arms would look short. But here, with the extension to his arm, with the shoulder extension, you get the arm extension, which makes everything look proportionate. The cab is great. It's probably one of the best cabs on the market for third-party Devastator. I say as far as looks, but quality, yeah, it leaves something to be desired. As far as the head, everything good. Taking out the batteries is a pain in the ass, as I actually broke one of the wires while doing that, so then I actually had to resolder it to get the light working again. The pain. But yeah, but that's me being a dumbass, so it could be a factor that, yeah, you could have gotten that easily. I don't know. It's just the pain I found anyways. And yeah. And does this Devastator fill the job of being a G1 Devastator? Yes, yes it does. It does it very, very well. And I think if you need a G1 Devastator, this is the most superior version you can get. Now there is one I
it's one of the third-party ones. It's not Hercules. I mean, he does look good, but he's kind of... It's one of those third-party things that's kind of doing its own thing. And I think he's one of the ones, when he's doing that, it looks a lot aesthetically pleasing compared to some of the others. And there was another one that was kind of going G1, but kind of not. Kind of doing a classics thing, which this does in Devastator mode, as there's a lot more detail than G1 Devastator. And even in some of the robot modes you can see it, but you see it a lot more in Devastator mode. There's one that was out that the original head looked really ugly looking, but Devastator himself looked pretty good, and the individual bots didn't look too bad. And then they actually did a new head that almost looked like it jumped out straight out of the animation. And it actually looks okay. It actually looks pretty good on the body. It's not one that's, I think, huger than this guy, or at least the same size as him. But yeah, with those third-party things, you're probably going to get more articulation, yes, but on the downside, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Where at retail price, he only cost me $150, and it was like, I think, $50 to get the add-on kit. So total, I spent like $200. Was it worth it? Yes. Now, however, I actually didn't buy this Devastator. It was gifted to me for my birthday. And I'm very grateful of it. And yeah. So really, all I spent is just $50. Because I bought the upgrade kit. And to note, the green does go very well. As a Mixmaster, I can't even tell the cab's separate. It's a separate piece as far as color-wise from the rest of the damn thing. I mean, the only parts that are different colored green, which I noticed is kind of weird, is right here, these knee parts, but I really don't mind them, the filler parts. And yeah, the purple is pretty damn close of a color match. Like, if you look at it hard enough, you can tell, but at a quick glance, or even from far away, or even sometimes up close, you can't really tell. This is with the purple. Not the black. Mine's black. I had to actually repaint this black, so the black's actually not as shiny as this black is. Long story why I did that, but let's just say, yeah, some paint, unwanted paint got on here, a lot of it on both sides. So yeah, I tried to rectify that. My attempt didn't go so well, as you can see, but yeah, he's just all around a great figure. You would have almost made it into my top 5 best Transformers list, but he was shy. Why was he shy? Because because he needed an upgrade kit to fix some issues that he had, and I had to figure. And also, just tabbing in things in here and them popping out is really annoying. So yeah. It's those factors that don't make him a top 5. But does this mean he is the worst figure in the line? Or does this mean Combiner Wars isn't a good line? The answer to that is no. Combiner Wars was one of the best lines they had done in a while. As far as Generations go, Generations always been pretty solid, but I think Combiner Wars was like pretty solid. It started getting tiring after a while, but at the very beginning point, it was great. Especially with this big old guy. Now, I got him, like, everybody was getting him, like, in June. Because, you know, Comic-Con and that shenanigans. And him getting out-released earlier in certain areas. But, me, I got him actually, like, around September. September that year. And this is, like, late September. And, he's freaking awesome. Ironically, I got the kit, like, actually earlier no. Was it this? It was earlier last year. I got the kit. Wait, was it earlier last? No, it was earlier this year. It was earlier this year. I got the kit. And it just made a great figure even better. This is how he should have been at retail, but for whatever reason they didn't do it. So yeah. Overall, I would highly recommend him, and also highly recommend the DNA Designs kit for Devastator. As always, this has been me, Member 201. Like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe.
And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.